parents, welcome back. If things have felt stretched thin between you and your young adult, maybe there's been silence, tension, or a long pause in communication, you're not alone. Many of us walk this part of the journey quietly. This week, we're continuing with our theme of connection with courage. The kind of courage that asks you to move toward your young adult gently, even when your heart feels uncertain about doing so. Before we go deeper, here's something to reflect on. Has the distance made you brace yourself or made you long for closeness again? I've answered that question both ways over this journey. So I want you to know either answer is completely human. When a young adult is hurting, overwhelmed, or facing consequences they're not proud of, distance isn't always about you. It's often about what they're battling inside. They may pull back because shame makes it feel impossible to be honest. They assume you'll be disappointed. They don't want to be asked questions they can't answer. They're fighting internal chaos. They feel unsteady and don't want you to see it. They genuinely don't know how to start again. Here's something I've learned again and again. A young adult's withdrawal often reflects their struggle, not their lack of love. That's hard to accept sometimes. That perspective alone opens the door to a softer, more compassionate approach that you can take with them. When reconnection begins, either because they have reached out or because you've taken that first step, it works best when tone is steady and the pace is slow. Connection with courage often looks like shorter conversations instead of deep dives, a warm hello instead of questions, letting today be simple, allowing awkwardness to exist without fixing it, showing calm instead of urgency. So try phrases like, "It's good to hear from you." No pressure, we can ease into this. We don't have to sort everything out today. I'm open whenever you feel ready. These aren't formulas, they're invitations. They say there's a path back and we can gently walk it. Pause with me for a second. If you could remove fear from the equation, what would you want your first sentence with them to be? Just hold that quietly. It tells you what your heart wants to offer. We sometimes imagine reconnection as this big emotional event, but that's rarely how healing works with a struggling young adult. It happens through tiny openings, the ease in their voice when they realize that you're not tense, a small smile you didn't expect, the softening of their shoulders, a short reply that leads to one more, a visit that isn't perfect, but is peaceful, a moment where you paused instead of reacted. These are the places where safety grows. And every one of those moments says something important. You can come back without fear, not because you ignored the past, but because you're choosing connection over control, presence over pressure. If you feel protective or cautious or even hurt, that's normal. Distance impacts parents too. Forgiveness in these chapters doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It means releasing the part that keeps your chest tight and your guard up. A way to soften this is shifting "I'm still upset" into "I'm still affected and I'm finding my way forward." One sentence doesn't fix everything, but it does create breathing room for both of you. After a rupture, both parent and young adult often walk carefully, each waiting for the other to make the first graceful or ungraceful move. Courage doesn't mean breaking the door open. It means nudging it with open sincerity. Try something like, "I'd like us to reconnect. We can go at the pace that feels right." It's truthful, it's steady, and most importantly, it's invitational, not demanding. This is where reconnection begins, not in perfection, but in sincerity. So as we move through this week, remember, keep the tone gentle, let moments be small, welcome the connection that is there, and let go of the need for instant resolution. Give both of you room to breathe. Offer truth without tension. Choose steadiness over speed. Connection returns through small, honest moments, not through force. I'm Josie. We'll keep walking this path of connection with courage together. Oh, and before you click away, give me one more second here. Tell me in the comments, what's one small opening you'd like to make room for this week? Your answer will help another parent feel less alone.